Do I have great places for you to eat? Yes, all over the Verde Valley, Schoolhouse restaurants. Chris Dobrowolski, nice to have you with us today.
Thank you for having me again.
It's always lovely to have you back. So you have more than just like one restaurant. You have a bunch of great places to eat.
We have a lot of different concepts. We have, the Firehouse Donuts and Coffee, which is really, really cool. Zany's Frozen Yogurt right by Harkins Movie Theater in Sedona, and Schoolhouse on the Village. We're working on another location to get back open in Cottonwood pretty soon as well. So we have lots of fun stuff.
Yes, you do, and you have for every meal. You got it all covered. You have coffee and donuts for breakfast.
Yep.
You've got your yummy stuff. You're like big. I don't know if this could be dinner or so.
Oh, this is absolutely dinner. This is absolutely dinner. Yes. A lot of people in Sedona say I play the devil's advocate because we have the donut shop, who is not really gluten-free, organic, or anything like that. But then we have Schoolhouse, which is 100% organic and very local and sustainable and everything else. And same thing with the frozen yogurt. Once again, non-fat, non-GMO. We use the best bases that we could absolutely find, and then we have donuts. So
well, 2 out of 3. Come on,
2 out of 3.
You do pretty good. It's a whole process.
Yeah, absolutely.
But again, and you were changing locations for your donuts, and so we decided to go ahead and cook like the regular Schoolhouse restaurant stuff, which is outrageous. What do we have today?
Today we're doing a little bit one of our most popular dishes, which is a braised pork ossobuco with black garlic, macaroni and cheese, and a mushroom.
Black garlic?
Black garlic, yeah. It's actually just regular garlic that's been fermented for any length of time that you can think of. We like to get ours about 6 months to a year. What it does is it increases the antioxidants in it, and it takes away the acid. So if you have any issues with acid, you can actually
certainly
eat this.
when you eat garlic, sometimes it's a little disturbing.
But it has definitely a sweet flavor, more like a tamarind almost. It's really interesting, and I like to use it. It's very savory. It picks up that 5th sense of flavor. That's umami is what they call it. So
that is very unusual for mac and cheese.
Absolutely.
It even looks different. It smells different. It's absolutely beautiful. I don't know if you could see that or not. Isn't that gorgeous? And it feels like it has mushrooms in it because of the color and the smell.
Absolutely, and that's actually mushrooms have that umami as well.
Oh,
so that's why we kind of pair it together with a nice forest mushroom demi that has morels and lobster mushrooms and things like that. So when we put it all together, it's quite an impressive plate. And,
you said demi, that's like demi-glace.
Demi-glace, yeah.
Demi-glace,
yeah,
and look
it's a veal
at
base,
this.
and this one is, very, very nice.
Oh my gosh, look, it's so rich looking, Chris.
This is a very great sauce. This is definitely not as light as the dishes that I've prepared in the past for you. And we also do the vine roasted tomatoes from Page Springs. Do it with it to kind of lighten it up a little bit.
Look at those. And I'm not going to touch that because it's hot.
That's very, very hot.
I know. Show the folks, if you would, what that looks like, because it's
those are really nice.
This is so colorful and, as you said, are really rich. You just feel like when you eat this, you're going to get really full and just go, oh, I am so thrilled. Oh.
You are, but most people finish it, believe it or not. So.
You're kidding. Well, they can't resist.
Yeah, they cannot resist.
All right, so tell us again, mac and cheese.
Black garlic macaroni and cheese has approximately 5 cheeses in it. A little bit of Mexican crema. This is what I finished with, just to give it that little bit of extra creaminess to it, a little more depth.
This is like adult mac and cheese, right?
Absolutely, but it's actually on our kids' menu. One of the things that we get a lot is, well, it's not orange. The parents tell them to eat it anyways, and the kids end up absolutely loving it. So we put these in last night around 8 o'clock in the evening, so now they're getting
it's incredibly tender.
Yeah, finally ready to go.
You can tell.
For this. So
and then you put your little tomatoes in. Now you do have local ingredients. I mean, you're very fussy about that.
We are, and we actually have one of our own farms, and we're getting ready to expand to a second farm out in Page Springs, where we'll have indoor gardening year round. And we're working with a couple other people and chefs in Sedona to try to get the ban lifted off of local produce, because currently you're not supposed to purchase it unless you're growing it. So it's a lot of restrictions. So we're working with the Yavapai County Health Department and the state of Arizona to try to loosen that up so we can actually purchase directly from our farmers around.
Because it really is healthier. I mean, it's
much
fresher,
better.
It tastes better.
Absolutely. It's great to know who's growing your food. You're feeding that to your children, you're feeding that to your guests if you're in a restaurant. So it's really important to know everything where it's coming.
Right.
So.
What kind of pesticides are used? I mean, whatever, you know, to know all those things. Well, growing your own stuff is brave. I had to dispatch I just have a straw bale with 2 tomato plants this year.
Okay.
And they're prolific, wonderful heritage tomatoes, but a doggone tomato worm got there yesterday and did a little damage before I found him. And so, you know, it's like, sorry, we cannot coexist happily here together.
We lost an entire 50-foot square patch of produce over the summer to grasshoppers.
Oh, they've been terrible this year.
They just ate everything.
They do.
Not
They're
a whole lot you can
scourge.
do. Yeah, they come in and they're definitely a pest. They go in and they're not done until it's all
I didn't want to mention it, but there was also one of those on my things, and he had done his fair damage to us. Like, guys, go away, away. So, yeah, it's not an easy thing to grow your local stuff, but it's so much more advantageous for us. Hey, something great is coming up. This is not really off subject, but Thunder Valley Rally is coming up.
Thunder Valley Rally, we're a big participant in it. It's kicking off at Main Stage, concert venue and event venue down in Cottonwood. They do an incredible job. There's a ton of concerts, Coldplay being one of them.
Or Candlewick.
Sorry, Candlebox.
Candlebox.
Candlebox will be one of them. The Christopher Robin Band starts off at Main Stage, then at Main Street in Cottonwood, they close the entire thing down. They have 5 stages, food vendors, you name it. It's an incredible event that the city of Cottonwood does every year. So
boy, that is
really
amazing.
Excited to be part of
and
that.
And they raise money for good causes and
all
things.
kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
But really, it's just a good time to get people from Phoenix and Scottsdale.
Thunder Valley Rally, you're talking motorcycles.
Motorcycles,
yeah.
Lots of them.
A lot of thunder.
Concert, they have a beauty contest of sort. I'm going to call it a beauty contest. So instead of what they call it. So it's a very,
thank
very,
you.
very
That's
fun
probably
event.
good.
Yeah, it is a little bit better.
Well, and you're probably going to be a vendor out there. Are you going to have yours, or you're just
we're doing
close
donuts
to
and things like that from our donut shop at Main Stage. But other than that, we're too busy at the restaurant to kind of set up a food.
But you are in downtown Cottonwood.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well, the donut shop is our regular restaurant is in the Village of Oak Creek, Sedona.
All right. Well, I know you just keep expanding because it's so good that, you know, obviously people wouldn't be able to get in to eat if they wanted to in time because your stuff is always delicious. This is the most beautiful dish I've ever seen. I mean,
getting ready
seriously.
for winter menu, so this is a perfect one to have.
And you create your recipes, Chris?
Yes, we do everything in-house. So we have incredible staff, a great family of chefs and cooks, and we really communicate very well.
Who gets to test this? That's what I want to know. Who's
the servers,
test kitchen?
the front of the house management, and things like that. They they get fat on it, and they love it, and they give us honest feedback. That's the great thing about it, and more than anything, the guests will tell us if they like it or not. So.
And so then you tweak it to, you know, whatever, so that it works. Because your things always strike me as being so exotic. I mean, a lot of things you can go, okay, you can make this at home.
Right.
This is like, well, yeah, you could try, but I don't think you'd ever get close to the beauty and the really delicious taste that you have on your stuff.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot of restaurants in Sedona that are absolutely doing that. They're doing a really great job. We have some great neighbors that are doing the Italian side very well, and there's some just incredible restaurants in Sedona.
Well, Chris Dabrowski, I tell you, you got it made. You got donuts, you got yogurt, and Schoolhouse Restaurant. Fabulous, fabulous food. Thanks so much for joining us today. Delicious. We'll be right back on Morning Scramble.